Alright, so I'm here to make this video to explain the conjunction of Ketu and Venus. And this is a very simple, straightforward conjunction video. It shouldn't be too long, because I can't really make this as long as I did the Ketu Saturn video. That one was a little bit more deeper and spiritual versus this one. So, what is Ketu? It's your accumulated past life experiences. It represents moksha, spiritual liberation. It wants to separate you from things. It wants to separate you from the material world. Since Ketu represents the things that you've already done and dealt with in your past life, when you go towards that direction again, you sort of find unsatisfaction. And if you do decide to do that type of thing again, you want to do it in a foreign, unusual way. Rahu and Ketu, they both represent foreign, unusual things. So if you're going to have to, if you go towards where you have Ketu in your chart, you might find unsatisfaction expressing that quality in that house in the normal, institutional, regular, societal way that everyone else might do. And instead, you might want to explore it and express it in an unusual, unique way, so that you can get some thrill or high out of it. So what is Venus? Short and simple. It's a significator of marriage, love, women, sexual fluids, sexual organs, art, music, beauty. The element that's naturally associated with Venus is water. But in a practical sense, Venus is very materialistic. Venus also represents vehicles. So cars and conveniences like airplanes, Venus represents that. Venus represents nice clothes and jewelry and makeup and the mirror, and it represents all the glitz and glamour. So Venus can be a very materialistic sun, a very materialistic planet, which is all the things that Ketu wants to be separated from. It doesn't want to deal with all that stuff. It's like, bro, I am so beyond all this. You cannot teach me nothing new that I haven't already experienced. It's stated that Rahu and Ketu have existed since the beginning of time. I believe don't quote me on this, but I believe even in a mythological sense, it's sort of believed that, I don't know, it's just that associated that is just associated and believed that Rahu and Ketu just simply been and just existed since the beginning of time. So it's almost like you cannot tell these, you can't tell, at least Ketu, since Ketu represents specifically the past life experiences, you can't really teach or impress Ketu. Because Ketu is like, bro, I've already done anything that you're trying to teach me. You cannot teach me nothing. So Ketu is almost unsatisfied no matter what sign you put it in, no matter what house you put it in, or no matter what planet you make it conjunct. It's never satisfied for the most part. Now, of course, there's certain house signs and planets that Ketu performs better in, but ultimately it's not like, yes, you are teaching me something new or whatever, if that makes sense. But that is what Venus is. So what happens when you put these two in conjunction? Well, this can produce a lot of obstacles in a romantic sense. It can produce a lot of obstacles in the romantic sense. Because let's say that whether you're a guy or woman, doesn't matter. But for the sake of this example, say you're a woman and you're just not satisfied romantically. But this could be anybody, whether they have this conjunction or not. But it'll feel more prevalent, very likely, if you do have this conjunction. Ketu and Venus conjunction can make you want to maybe date people of the same gender, or different sexual orientations. Because if you're a girl or a guy, you might just get tired of dating the opposite sex. You be like, yo, this is cool. I've been raised and taught that this is the proper way to be with someone, but I want to go explore dating someone who has the same sexual body parts as I do. Ketu can make you date and explore many different people. Ketu doesn't have a head. Ketu is a headless being. So it doesn't think logically. It doesn't think practically in a way that everyone else might think. It moves intuitively. It moves seemingly a bit irrational. So that irrationality is explored through women in order dating and romantic and sex life. Ketu is like, why should I just be with one person? When Ketu can make you be like, with this conjunction, why should I be with one person when I could be with multiple people? One person can't satisfy me, so I'm gonna keep dating and having a lot of sex until I find that one person who does satisfy me. Depending on, your whole chart in total, you might not want to get married with this conjunction. You might find it hard to maybe be happy and settled in a traditional relationship and marriage. But if you're not into astrology, you're not aware of astrology, you don't know this. You just be unconsciously going into relationships trying to fulfill this fairy tale dream of a relationship that's in your mind or that's been projected onto you. But when you look at your chart, we see that, it makes sense that you're finding great struggles trying to live this conventional, normal relationship, marital life that everyone projects onto you. Because you will be someone who will be more fitted towards maybe having multiple sexual partners. You might be fitted as someone who is more accustomed to probably dating someone of the same sex, or who goes both ways. You might be more fitted to dating someone who might be of a different race, someone who might be a foreigner, has an accent, because Ketu represents foreign things. So Ketu and Venus conjunction can make you date and attract people who could be from another country, have an accent or something. Those type of unique foreign things. Ketu can make you date and attract those type of people. And since Venus represents the nice glamorous things, Ketu is, like I said, renunciation. So this conjunction, it makes you renunciate or separate or find unsatisfaction potentially with normal relationship traditional values and more values. And Ketu in this conjunction can make you renunciate from maybe the glitz and glamour qualities of Ketu. Of Venus. So you might buy the best cars, the best clothes, but you feel unhappy. You don't feel satisfied. Or you might realize that I don't need to buy the latest clothes or the nicest clothes. So therefore, I don't care if you see me wear the same uniform, the same outfit over and over again. I'm comfortable with this, and that's just what it is. It's going to be what it be. So Ketu and Venus conjunction can make you, renunciate from maybe wanting to have jewelry and nice clothes. You might just be fine wearing the same dirty shoes, the same clothes. You might just say, fuck your appearance. You might not care about your physical appearance as much. That could be possible. Ketu conjunction with Venus, or maybe Ketu even aspect of Venus, might alter you sexually. Meaning, your sexual desires might be twisted. You might desire to have weird, unusual type of sex, or weird or unusual type of kinks and pleasures. Or you might not even desire a lot of sex. Your views on it might be different. And like I said, also on the flip side, you might be someone who don't know what they want, and so you do have a lot of sex. You just having a lot of sex, like, wow, this is an amazing sex, but I'm still not satisfied. I still don't know what I want. This was a great partner that I was just dating. They did nothing wrong, but I don't know if I want to settle down with them. And I just don't know. Like, this person is great. I love them. They take care of these needs, and that person takes care of this needs, and this person takes care of these needs. I want to date them all. I want to experience them all, but don't be committed to none. And you see how that can twist and make relationships difficult? It's going to take you a while until you find that right person that you want to be with. Because realistically, one person is not going to be able to completely satisfy all your wants, needs, and goals in a unionship. Yes, You can find different people in the world who satisfy your different needs and qualities, but you got to find that one person who is the best overall. And K2 Venus conjunction, it might make you bounce around and just be like, you know what? The world is my partner. It might make you spiritual in a sense, or make you just, I don't know. It can make you spiritual, just make you be a player forever. You might be like, you know what? I love everybody. I can't commit to one person. I need to be with everybody. One person cannot satisfy me. Or maybe relationships could be so heartbreaking or tumultuous for you that you just be like, I don't even want to be in a relationship. I might desire a spiritual relationship, a spiritual connection. My partner would have to be someone spiritual. We have to be something different. My partner would have to present to me something different that I haven't been with. So you might date a porn star. You might date a real criminal. You might date somebody that you shouldn't be with, that might be frowned upon in the world. Almost like in a crazy example, if you seen Daddy's Little Girl with Idris Elba and Gabrielle Union, the Tyler Perry movie and stuff, she's like some lawyer or something, and she fell in love with Idris Elba's character, who was a mechanic who had like a sex offense, who had like a sex offense on his record, and he lost his kids to his baby mother, who's dating a drug dealer. And it's like, and her friends in the movie is like, what are you doing with this type of guy? I know you're not falling for the mechanic. I know you're not falling for him. You can do so much better. But hey, K2 Venus conjunction might make you fall for somebody who might not be approved by your family and friends or by the world. Just like Nicki Minaj, the rapper. I don't know if other people of different races and stuff or countries is looking at me, but if you're in America, you know who the hell Nicki Minaj is. It's like Nicki Minaj being married or dealing with the guy. I forgot his first name, but I think his last name is Petty. It's like her dealing with him. And I believe he has like some sexual offense charge or pedophile charge. I don't know. He has some type of sexual offense charge. And it's like, wow. On the outside looking in, it's like, wow. You're up here. You could be dating all these type of people. And you chose this person to be with. And everybody just judging her. But K2 Venus conjunction, it can make you do that. It'll make you want to date somebody unusual. Whether you know it consciously or whether you know it subconsciously. And you see this type of things happen a million times, even on a more regular day-to-day basis. It could be a woman who has her life together, and she's attracted to some hood guy, some guy who really doesn't have nothing to go on for himself. He just might have a great personality, might be fun, but he might not be the most dependable, might not be the most reliable, might have great sex, but that's about it. Or it could be a guy who's a pretty good guy, got his head on straight, but he's attracted to some hood girl, some girl who lives in an impoverished community and environment, who doesn't have structure and stability, but he's attracted to her personality. He's attracted to her body, and she might be great sexually, and he could just be attracted to the danger, or he could just be attracted to how different she is. He could very well know that realistically she is not for him, but he still chooses to deal with her. He's still attracted to this person who is like of a different caste, a different class than him. So K2 can make you want to deal like that. K2 can make you want to dress differently, date differently, or renunciate clothing and jewelry, or renunciate a traditional love and relationship. But that's essentially all I can say with this conjunction. This conjunction does not deny you getting married. You gotta look at other stuff in your chart. You gotta look at the birth chart. You gotta look at the D9 Navamsha chart. But it will definitely bring some obstacles or even a delay in finding that serious, correct partner. And like always, you gotta assess the quality of the conjunction to see how extreme it might be. See what's aspecting Ketu and Venus. See what sign they're in. Look at the dispositor of Ketu. See if the house where Ketu and Venus is conjunct, see if it's hemmed by malefics or benefics. If the conjunction is sitting next to two houses that are having benefic planets, then this might not be such a bad thing. And if it's sitting beside two houses with a bunch of negative malefic planets, then you might get more so of a negative outcome. So you gotta really assess the quality of the conjunction. See how close the conjunction is. If they're very close, fall under the same nakshatra, then you'll really feel the effects of this conjunction. But if they are not that really close in the same house, then you're not going to really feel so much of the qualities of this conjunction. But that is essentially what happens when this conjunction happens. Your relationship with women in the dating and love life, it becomes spiritualized. You don't know what you want. You might not be satisfied with what you want. You get something that you think you want, and it's not enough. It can do all type of things, you know. And eventually you might get frustrated and just say fuck love altogether and want to just die alone with your little rose toy vibrator or whatever. And that's essentially what you can expect with the Ketu Venus conjunction. I hope this gave you great quality and understanding on what happens with Ketu conjunct Venus in your chart if you had this position. And thank you for watching this video.